Welcome everyone to Pretty Pink Soul Movement's reading for the new moon in Pisces. I hope you're all feeling well. I get the feeling that some of you may not. Um, Pisces season can only be handled by a Pisces. You know, we're the 12th sign of the zodiac. If you don't know, I'm Pisces. We're the ones that are the high priestess in the tarot deck. We have the easiest connection to divine guidance. The good news is, even if you're experiencing turbulence, and I'll go through that in a second, you have access in Pisces season to the high priestess energy. Even if you're a man, you've got access to your higher self a lot easier. You've got access to divine consciousness. So it's not all bad. It's just kind of learning to go with the flow of Pisces season, to realize how you're feeling, why you're feeling it. Sometimes it might not even be your emotions. So in this season, to get through it, if you're struggling, even if you're not, reflect on what's happening for you. Just address what's coming up. Just see it for what it is. That's all you need to do. It's just awareness is key in Pisces season. So I'm excited because I pretty much have a rough time the whole year other than Pisces season. So I feel like I deserve this. I finally feel a bit of reprieve, a bit of relief. Um, so what's happening at the moment, and it's the other thing, Pisces usually go through the severe emotions before other people do too, because it's almost like we're the way showers. We light the way, and we help, we spiritually teach it in a way that hopefully other people can relate to or understand. So we go through it first, try to communicate it to everybody else, and then you guys experience it. So it's almost like we're there at the end going, it's okay, you can kind of get through this because I've just done it. And here's the tips that I've learned. So that's kind of what Pisceans are here for. I suggest you check out your natal chart, see if there's Pisces in any planet. So you can do that free. Just Google free natal chart, and just have a look. Do a bit of research on that. See what planets Pisces is in your chart. Or it could be your moon sign, or it could be your rising sign, and stuff like that. And then you'll be able to navigate through this energy a lot easier. So we're releasing a lot of past beliefs and patternings, and this is why we're struggling, and this is why we may not even know why we're feeling the way we do, because it's happening at a higher divine level through your higher self. When you're sleeping, it's being processed. You may not remember, or you may have strange dreams. I wrote a post yesterday, and I'll pop the link down below, about feeling nostalgia. You may be feeling nostalgic because Pisces is a dreaming energy. You may be feeling like, oh, I remember when I was with so and so, and I remember all the good things. Oh, why did I leave them? Oh, why did that? Oh, maybe I should call them. I don't. Don't. It's just this nostalgia rising. It's this dreaming energy, and the thing is, it's actually happening because it's been buried, those thoughts anyway, and it's been lifting to the surface, so you can see it, and then therefore you can release it, right? And like, I'll share with you, like, the last, I think 3 or 4 nights I've been having the dream of my last partner that I was with for 7 years. And it was great. It was a fantastic relationship. It was just that we lost the connection, amongst some other things, right? And if you don't have connection, you don't have a relationship, right? We were soulmates, so we needed to be together to fulfill a contract and to grow in the way that we needed to grow. However, for me, like, I began my spiritual awakening in 2013, whereas he was the opposite to me. I'm analytical, but I'm also intuitive as well. But he was more analytical than intuitive, so we didn't gel, right? So our contract had ended. It was time to go on our separate paths. However, I'm just dreaming about, oh, it was so nice, and he really got me when I spoke about, other situations. Well, he didn't get me, but he got other situations. And it was just like, oh, I was just wrapped up in this warm, cozy feeling. So just be mindful if that's happening for you. You don't need to do anything with it. Just go, oh, that's nice. Oh, that was lovely. And just kind of leave it there. It's just coming to the surface for release. And as soon as you see it for what it is, then you can release it. Well, now what else? What other note? Oh, yep. So you may be experiencing severe highs and lows. So, 1 minute you're feeling like way up there and like, oh, I'm so happy I can do anything I want in the world. And next minute you'll be like, oh my God, isn't it light here? I'm going to die. Roll with it. Don't roll with the die bit, but you know what I mean? Rest. If that's coming up for you, your body wants you to rest. Your body wants you to relax. And there's so much happening in our subconscious behind the scenes that you don't know about. So you need to listen to your body. Listen to how you're feeling and just flow with it. One minute you're high, you want to do stuff, cool, roll with that. Just be mindful of what's happening. Next minute you're like, oh, I just need to rest, I need to have a nap. Do that. Like, don't fight how you're feeling in Pisces season, because we're all about feelings, and you've got to go with the flow and access your intuition more now, because this month will be you training yourself, this new moon, like such potent energy, and it's going to carry on for the next month, but it's going to help you get to know you better, which is fantastic, right? You know how we just do things subconsciously, and sometimes we don't see our patterning in relationships or just in everyday life, or how we negative self-talk. You're going to be way more aware of what you tell yourself or what you don't tell yourself, how you support yourself, how you don't, and that projects getting excited, that projects out into our realities, right? Because if you don't support yourself and what you're doing and your growth and your learning and your health and, going to the gym, all in moderation, right? All in balance, eating well, treating yourself well, how do you expect anyone else in society to want to treat you well, right? Because you're not being that for yourself, and you can't hide that. You can't hide that from the world. Everything is energy. And that's going to project out, and people will pick up on it subconsciously, because we're all intuitive, we're all energy, we're all spirits at the end of the day. And just be mindful of that. You need to nurture yourself this month. You just need to love on yourself. You just need to go for massages, and even if it takes your credit card over your limit, don't be severe, right? In moderation. Go get that facial, go to that day spa. Like, we just being encouraged so much to show ourselves love, right? Buy yourself that fancy body cream, buy that beautiful perfume, and also, those things that you buy, and I'm predominantly probably speaking to women, but guys, you can go do that too. Self-love, facial's not just a girly thing, right? Neither is massage. But all those things that you've been saving for that special day, those things you buy and you never wear, like those beautiful shoes, or, that lipstick because, it's discontinued, or, like all those special things, those special perfumes that you only wear when you go out to dinner, but you haven't really been going out to dinner lately. These earrings, I've been wearing my scabby ones that have faded the rose gold plating. I'm like, no, I'm wearing the ones that have the nicer rose gold plating because I want to feel good. Like, we need to stop accepting our own sloppy seconds that we give to ourselves. We need to wear that nice dress out, wear those new earrings. Don't save things. Show yourself love now by, maybe go buying a couple new outfits, instead of wearing that scabby exercise pants with the holes in it, even though you love it. That's what's happened to me. Like, yeah, you have things you love, like maybe buy some more, or use the stuff that you have that you've been saving. Don't save it. All we have is now. And that brings me to, we need to be in the present moment a lot more, which this is when the awareness will kick in as well. When we're doing that now, we're conscious of, yeah, I'm going to go for a massage. I'm going to honor my goddess self. I'm going to honor my God self. I'm just going to love yourself to death this month. You need it. And you know what? This will help you transition through this energy period, because we're releasing so much, so you counterbalance that with love. Also by going into nature too, because I think for a lot of you will have blockages, in your chakras. The easiest way, the cheapest way to do that, use your intention, go sit on some grass. If it's too cold, just go freaking touch a tree, hug a tree, rug yourself up. You need to just go do that, and ask set your intention, like, tree, can you please take this energy from me, this negative energy, unblock me, take your crystals with you, have an Epsom salt bath with, essential oils. We need to really clear that, so the new energy, the new light energy can come in, and then it can filter out all these old beliefs. It will help process it more, probably help you sleep a lot better. That's another sign of this energy. It's just like no sleep. I've gone 7 days with on average 2 to 4 hours sleep. Thank God for makeup, because I'm so tired. And it's my birthday on Monday. But anyway, feel free to send me PayPal gifts so I can buy a coffee or something. Or a cake. So yeah, it's hectic, but you just need to navigate through the waters by doing things that are good for you. And this will help get you through this time. You can do it. I believe in you. Now, is there anything else that I've forgotten? Ah, yes, importantly, before I just quickly get into the cards, your triggers. You need to identify what your triggers are, your emotional triggers, right? When you're feeling ratty, when you're feeling down, or you may just be on edge, right? With just too much on your plate. Be conscious of your triggers. What pisses you off? Who pisses you off? For me, a trigger is people not listening to me, because that is one of my old beliefs that, I grew up in a house where I wasn't allowed to speak, I wasn't allowed to express myself, I wasn't allowed to have feelings. So then when I grew into a young adult and people want me, even now I fall into that trap sometimes, I'll get a block because that past patterning comes back, and I can't answer the question, or I can't think any deeper, or mostly it's just burnout lately. But do you know what I mean? That's my trigger. Or people trying to take too much, and that's a boundary thing. But just identify, what sets you off, and feel into yourself and try to release that through nature, release that energetic block within you, that old patterning. But so all you have to do is see it for what it is. Feel it happening. Example for me, I can feel my go-to place, my trigger, say if people aren't listening to me, or if they're pushing me too far. Like, Pisces can be either an angel or they can fuck you up. I can take you down. We're so quick-witted, push me too far and I go there. So, that's for me. That's for me to balance my energy, right? So people not listening to me and me being so tired right now, I actually have to pull back and just keep away from everyone, because it's like, if you can't relate to me, if you don't know how to empathize, because people will come to Piscean people and empaths too, because they want to feel better. They want someone to hear them, but they don't know how to do that for themselves. And that's the point. You need to be careful with those caring people, because you burn them out. It's not all about, and you probably feel this too, it's not all about them. It's not all about you. It has to be an even balance. So I'm aware of it. I can see when someone's pushing my buttons, and I just pull back and go, okay, they're not listening. They don't get it. I need to retreat, because I will go to Angry Town and rip them a new one. And that's my lesson to learn. We're always learning lessons. And that's another belief as well. You know how people are like, oh yeah, well, how they expect other people to help heal if they're not fully healed themselves. No one is ever going to be fully healed. If you gel with a reader or a person, or if you admire their knowledge, use your intuition and your discernment, that's what you need. We're all here to teach each other lessons. It doesn't matter if there is no top level to go to, unless you're the Dalai Lama. Those people are rare. You can learn from everybody around you, but the trick is to discern with your intuition what advice you want to take, what advice, resonates with you, and what advice doesn't. You don't have to take on everything on board. You really need to get in tune with yourself, which is the perfect month to do it, right? So yeah, I don't believe that, you can only teach people if, you've learnt the lessons yourself. Then my path is, yes, I've learned some lessons. It's irrelevant, but I've been asked by my higher self and my guides to help people with the process. Therefore, I have to be immersed in the process, because how am I supposed to relate to you if I'm not in it, right? So I remember things better when I'm in the situation, which is why I'm communicating it now. And I think I've talked too much. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you, because I feel like that's really super important. Because at the end of the day, people do lie. People are like, oh yes, I've achieved that, I've gotten through that. It's bullshit, because if you've been programmed like that in the past from your childhood, for the rest of your life, you have to check in with yourself. Like I do. Okay, people aren't listening to me. I'm getting triggered. I'm getting angry. Excuse myself from the conversation. I go meditate and self-love and build myself back up. You've always got to check in with yourself, and this is what you're going to be learning this month. So overall energy, we'll get in there eventually, for this month is the mystic. Shock horror. You're the mystic this month. I love it. This card's amazing. This is who you are. This is who you can be. Tap into that Piscean energy, and do so releasing your blockages, and center your energy when you feel like you're being triggered through meditation. This is what's going to get you through. Ground yourself. And also, no, I don't want me to do this one first. because we're able to tap into the divine intelligence. You're getting messages from afar. Those voices that you're hearing in your head, listen to that. That's you. That's your higher self. That's your intuition. If it's full of love, if it's full of guidance, if it's full of, oh, that makes me feel a bit better. Oh, that's a good direction. That's a good idea. Feel the energy level. If it's something negative, it's different if it's an emergency situation, like, oh, keep away from that person. That's different. Trust that. But, if you're getting suggestions of good ideas, follow that. Because you need to listen this month for divine guidance. Really need to listen this month to yourself, to divine guidance. So what's going on is, as I was saying before, there's some fear going on, and that's linked to our inner child. And this is the programming, I was trying to discuss. Your inner child has fear. Your inner child's fearful to come back to you unless you can replace it or be aware of these beliefs that are coming up for you. Because awareness is such key. You don't even have to do anything with it. You just need to be aware of what you're doing. It's when we act subconsciously that's kind of dangerous. And that ends up in guilt, right? Because say you might yell at someone or scream at someone, then you have guilt. You've got something else to deal with on top of something else. And your inner child wants to come back to you, but it's a bit fearful. So show it that you're trusting yourself. Show it that you're listening to your intuition. Show your inner child that, that it's able to trust you. And you do that through loving yourself and checking in with yourself and how you're feeling. Because, it's parts of you. I don't know if any of you are into shamanism. As you've gone through really horrible experiences growing up, you've lost parts of your soul. You've left this inner child behind. I might have to do a video on this. We're calling back these lost parts of ourselves, and it's so beautiful. So please hope that you will listen to this message. We're emerging, and then after that we can emerge as a naked self, like as a spiritual self, as the person that we should have been before we went through all these traumas growing up, even in adult life. Like when you get hurt, your inner child gets hurt, and that's why we act out the way we do. That's why I act out in anger, because I'm so frustrated. I've got that old programming, the old patterning of, the old belief that people don't listen to me. But the thing, the more as I replace it with me listening to me, okay, Michelle's getting cranky. Okay, I'm being a bit of a mole. I'm going to go into meditation. I'm a mole. Yes, I see I'm a mole. I'm cool with that. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. Because I'm happy with the person I am. And that's the thing. You need to accept your light and your dark. And also I am being conscious of that. We're actually creating heaven on earth by doing that. We are creating heaven on earth by loving ourselves up this month. And this is taking us to, I've got goosebumps. Oh my God, it's such a powerful month. This is taking us to a massive rebirth. Like the phoenix is rising within us. Oh, that's awesome. This is like what I feel at the moment we've been waiting for. This new moon is so powerful. Don't forget to do your wish list too. Do your wish list for what you want for your life, what you want it to look like. And it doesn't matter how far out and crazy it is. Set your sights higher than what you have been. Don't be like, oh yes, I just want another house that's a little bit bigger. Or even for your life purpose, actually, specifically, we've been asked to focus on our life purpose. That's fine if you want another house, but life purpose. What do you want to be? What do you want it to feel like? Focus on that and write your wish list for the new moon. Tell the new moon all about it and embrace this new part of yourself. Embrace your inner child back to you. Embrace your new life. Embrace this clearing, seeing it for what it really is. And then you can expect miracles. Love it! Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helped. Please let me know below. I'll be writing up a new moon article on my blog soon, so when I finish that I'll post that below as well. Please follow me on Facebook. I've got my new book Soul Shine, which is a spiritual empowerment and development book. That's only like $10 if you're in the US, $12 if you're in Australia. So grab that below. The link is below. If you would like a reading, have a look below and let me know. And thank you so much and good luck this month, and you can do it, and just focus on that self-love and you've got this. Thank you so much. Okay. See ya.